Graphing y equals a square root of x minus h plus k. Okay, so when I have the problem g of x equals -2 square root of x minus 3 minus 2, these a's, h's, and k's tells me things. So this is the parent graph. Look at the last video if you want to see how I graph that. And then this is a variation of that. So this negative right here tells me I'm going to reflect over the x-axis. It'll be upside down. This 2 in front of the square root sign, the a, that tells me if it's a vertical stretch or shrink and what factor it is. And since it's outside the square root signs, this is a vertical stretch and it's a factor 2. This h right here tells me if you're going left or right. Since it's 3, the negative is in the formula, it's right 3. So the parent graph will move right 3. And this -2, which is the k, tells me I'm going to go down 2. All right, we're going to try graphing. The easiest way to do it, we know all this, we know what to expect, but if we use a t-chart, we can figure out the points specifically. The domain is going to have to be x minus 3 has got to be greater than or equal to 0 because we can have a negative under the radical sign. So if I add 3 to both sides, I know that my domain has got to be greater than or equal to 3. So I'm going to use 3. And then, so 4, 5, maybe 6, possibly 7. Okay, and we're using, this was kind of a long one, -2, x minus 3, and then minus 2. So -2 square root of 3 minus 3 minus 2. The 3 minus 3 is 0, so I have -2 times 0, which will leave me with just -2. I will graph 3, -2. Okay, there's my first point. All right, then I have -2, the square root of 4 minus 3 minus 2. That's -2 times the square root of 1, which is 1, and then minus 2. So -2 minus 2 is -4. I will graph 4, -4. Okay, I believe that's right there. And then I have -2 square root of 5 minus 3 minus 2 equals -2 times square root of 2 minus 2. We'll use a calculator now to save a lot of time. So -2 times square root of 2, and then hit minus the 2. And you'll get about -4.8. So I'm going to go 5, right 5, and down -4.8. 4.8, right about here. Then we have -2, 6 minus 3, and under the radical sign, minus 2. So that's -2 times the square root of 3 minus 2. And again, with a calculator, -2 times the square root of 3, hit equal, then minus the 2, and it's -5.46, about -5.4 or 5.5. So write 6 down 5.5. 5.5, about right here. We'll do one more. -2 times 7 minus 3 minus 2 is -2 times 7 minus 3 is 4 minus 2. So -2 times 2 minus 2, which is -4 minus 2, which is -6. So I will graph 7, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is looking like so.